Beyond Bakeries Parmesan garlic pita chips. Here we go. Mmm. 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 Yeah, you freak. I'm gonna wash it down a little bit. Oh, how that water slides down my throat. What's up, guys? Happy quarantine, everyone. Everyone's fucking out of work. Can't go outside. Get a ticket. I mean, you can't do shit. And it's sad because a lot of people like to socialize, like to get out. What blows my mind is people are like, oh, I need to go jet skiing. I need to catch a fish to feed my family in your diesel fucking house of a boat. Oh, it's fucked up that they closed off the marinas. This is bullshit. Look, people are actually suffering out there. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, talking shit episode, I think 41. I got to maybe rename it later because I think last week was 41. I was like, 41, 40 something. And what I want to talk about is some shit that has been bothering me for a very long time. That garlic, though. So, yes, only the essential people. That's kind of fucked up, right? Like, if you have been told to stay home, you are not essential. It blows my mind. Essential people being in the automotive, hospitals, grocery stores, pretty much everything. Everything. Restaurants, everything. If you somehow were told to stay home, I don't know what to tell you, brother, but it sucks. It fucking sucks. But anyway, let's talk about something nice, because the last thing you want to hear is all the bullshit that's going on. If you're one of those fucks on Facebook that shares like fear. Oh, did you hear? 50 new cases. There are less deaths. Yes, we have more corona cases in the U.S. than anywhere else because we test more and we're probably more honest about what we got. Deaths, though, dude, we got like, we're down like 75% death-wise versus anyone else that has like close to similar amounts. So, I mean, it's not all that bad. But let's talk tuning stuff, because this is talking shit 41. And it's about constantly changing combos. What does that mean? Changing combos. This happens so much, it's not even funny. Get a tune, order from a guy, 11 GT, manual, long tube headers, free flowing exhaust, 373s. Boom, send it. They go, thanks, Alex, I just received it. And I got a PMAS, so send me a revision for that. Whoa. I just sent you a tune for a stock cold air intake. Now you got a PMAS. All right, sick. Here's a PMAS cold air. Oh, yo, I'm going to get LU47s. So that'll be a $200 upcharge, and you're eligible for flex. Oh, sick. I'm going to get nitrous too. I want to fire you. I want to fire you right now. This is what you should do to save everybody time, money, headache. Figure out what the hell you want to do first. I want to run NA. I want to run Cobra Jet, E85, LU47s, a BAP, 373s, and some long tubes. Figure that shit out. Then when you got all the parts laying in your garage, install them. Then get a tune. Do you know how many times I see people say some of the craziest shit on the planet? The tune order, what I see is the tune order. I see Steeda cold air, let's say 18 manifold, Steeda cold air, long tubes, LU47s. Sick. Boom. Here's a base file. Make sure you get me idle slow revs on pump gas. Make sure it's pump gas. And we'll reconvene. I'm waiting on the injectors, the cold air, and the 18 manifold. Do you want me to log it as is? What? Yeah. Do you want me to log it? how it sits before the parts go on to see how your tune is running? I already know how my tune is running. It's going to run, actually, with LU47 data on stock injectors, it's probably going to run lean as shit. And then with the added cold air data, it's going to run even leaner. Because actually, it's going to run richer. So that's the funny part. Like, imagine if it like trims perfectly because you have the stock injector on LU47 data and a stock cold air on PMAS data, and it somehow mathematically works out. And you're like, oh, see, it's legit. It's on point. It's a good idea to log it before I do. You guys absolutely need to get a game plan, like Robbie DeRocher says. Get a fucking game plan and don't tune as you go. You're going to waste so much time and money, because if you would have just bought everything up front and then say, this is my plan. I'm planning to run NA for about a year, and when I can swing it, a nitrous kit, and then when I can swing it after that, maybe build the bottom end and go boost. Other guys are awesome, and they're like, dude, I already installed the turbo kit, got ID 1000s in it, and a return style fuel system, and I got it set at 55 PSI without a reference, and it drops down to about 45 with a reference at idle. I'm like, I love you. Here's a tune. Those guys are done in 3 or 4 revisions. Done. See ya. Boosted, 700 rear wheel horsepower. Out of here. Out of my life. You know which tunes linger around the longest? Flex Fuel customers. Now let's talk about Flex Fuel and what Flex Fuel is, because unfortunately, none of you understand exactly what it is. You might think you do. You might think you know what Flex Fuel is because, you think you know some stuff. But let's really whittle down what the hell is going on with Flex Fuel. F-150 trucks come Flex Fuel from the factory. What does that mean? That means you can run 93, 91, 89 octane, E85, or a mix of both in the tank, and the truck just magically works. It just works. But for whatever reason, when a lot of Mustang owners get a Flex Fuel tune and we tell you to dial it in, and you go through the whole process of dialing it in, you say something like, wait a minute, can I get a dedicated pump gas tune? Why do you want a dedicated pump gas tune? Well, in case I don't find any flex. In case you don't find any flex, and that's when my face starts to melt, because the 3 or 4 days that I've gotten to know you means you did not understand what Flex Fuel is. For those that don't know, you can run 93, 91, 100% E85, and again, most of you don't know what E85 means. Don't be like, oh, I know what it means. Some of you are going to go, shit, I didn't know that. You know how many times people say, I put E85 in the tank? I'm like, right, but it's rich. Well, what does that mean? It means it's not E85. But the pump said E85. Did you test the fuel? Well, the Flex Fuel tune said it was 57%. So you put the E85R tune in it and R tune in the car, and you're wondering why it's pig rich. Yeah, but it said E85 in the pump. So I put E85 in the pump, right? Pump E85, and I put it in the car on the E85R tune. And why are you telling me it's rich? Because it's probably 57%, meaning E57. When I ask people, did you put E85 in it? They go, yes. I don't think they understand what I'm saying. I think they think, did you go to the E85 labeled pump and put it in it? No. Did you put E85 in it? The next answer should be, well, the Flex Fuel said it was 80, so I thought it was safe to go E85. Aha. But some go, I went right to E85. I can't believe it's rich. Do you think it's my cold air? No. I think it's probably testing E70 or E60. Did you test it? No, I didn't test it. How do I test ethanol? Look, I'm done. Because a lot of people use us as Google. A lot of people use Facebook as Google. Do you know how many questions I've seen on Facebook that can easily be answered by Googling it? Hey, Alex, I got a PO161. What's that mean? And then what do? I Google it. And I go, it looks like a circuit code. Alex, I got a PO430. What's that mean? It means a cat inefficiency code. You know how I found out? I Googled it. So a lot of people are either lazy or they just want to have a conversation. And unfortunately, as tuners, we take care of hundreds of people a week. And I can't be there chit-chatting. Chit-chatting, not only does it burn through time, it wastes your time and my next customer's time. Now, I understand you paid for your tune, so you think you should have my undivided attention. I do, but if you start really getting sideways with what I am telling you, meaning you don't understand what E85 is. E85 isn't what the pump is. E85 is what the fuel tests at. So if you have anything under E85 and let's say you test it and it says it's 75%, you don't have E85 in there. You have E75. If you test it at 50%, you don't have E85 in there. You have E50 in there. The E85 is not the handle. The 85 is the percentage of ethanol in the fuel. People still, to this day, do not understand that. And to this day, they don't understand that on a flex fuel tune, you can run 93 octane, a mix of 93, 91, or E85, or 100% E85. Just like F-150 flex-equipped trucks. And then the coup de grace, the one that tops it all off, which tells me they have no understanding how ethanol and the flex fuel tune works. Alex, I installed the E85 tune in it and my alcohol percentage went away. How can I enable alcohol percentage in the dedicated E85 tune? It's a dedicated E85 tune. Means you should have E85 in the tank. But Alex, I want to see what the ethanol tests. Why? It only needs to show and learn on the flex tune because the tune is flexible. Thank you for indulging me in my rant, because if you do not understand what I just told you in the first 12 minutes of this show, you should not get a flex tune. You should go right to E85. You should say, Alex, I want a 93 and an E85 tune. And I go, perfect. Bye. Here's your tunes. Bye. Because then that takes 5 or 6 days that I don't have to go back and forth with you, teaching you everything that you could have just found on Google and YouTube, and just send you a 93 and E85 tune. Bye. See ya. Okay, let's get to some of the questions, because today we got a lot to talk about. I got a lot, switching combos all the time is a huge pain in the ass, and the flex tune stuff is a huge pain in the ass. Do you know how many times I've sent tunes to people and all of a sudden the combo changes? You know what one guy told me, and I'll never forget this. I think I told you guys in another episode. He's like, send me a tune for this. Here you go. Oh, it'll be a while. My mechanic's putting it together. Okay. Hey, we decided to change cold airs. Okay. Why'd you do that? You haven't even got me a log yet. Yeah, we just decided to change cold airs. Okay. Well, here's the tune for the cold air. Oh, by the way, we bought different injectors and we decided to put a return style fuel system in it without any logs, without anything. So I got a little snippy. I said, hey, you might want to stop changing the combo and actually get me some logs. And you know what he said? I'm paying you to tune the car. You can either tune it or don't. And I went, bye. See ya. Nardi, you can have this guy. Goodbye. Out of my life. Forever. Bye. Okay. That's annoying as shit. I love it. All right, let's get to some questions, because y'all paying attention and y'all paying some money. So I'm going to do my best. By the way, shout out to Netflix and the Tiger King. God damn it. You hit it out of the ballpark. So the Tiger King showed me that anyone that's ever visited a tiger zoo, a tiger specific zoo, y'all fucked up. If you posed with a cat, you're fucked up. If you live in Oklahoma, you're fucked up. So yeah, Tiger King, baddest show on the planet. I love it. Carol Baskin is a bitch. If I ever came across Carol Baskin, I'll have her head in this jar. Bitch, you fucking bitch. What a wonderful, wonderful series. I highly recommend Tiger King if you haven't seen it yet on Netflix. It's great. Built for it, BILT for IT, built for it. Gave me 20 bucks. And he says, hey, Alex, I got a 13 RS2 with free flowing. Much to gain getting an N-gauge and Lund tune over factory tune. Oh, yeah. Also, notice a slight grind in second and third with the MT82 when cold. Pretty normal. 52,000 miles. Nature of the beast, or you just think it could be a clutch related? It's the nature of the beast. I think once warmed up, you don't have any issues. I had my transfer high miles, over 100,000 miles, and I never really had any issues. And I had that grinding in the morning when it's super cold, when it just took off without letting anything warm up. Now, the 13 RS3, the nice and bad thing about it is if you have a phase 2, meaning you have LU47, it already has LU47 injectors. But if you have phase 2, which has an 80 millimeter pulley and the bigger Roush cold air, the 110 cold air, that's a stout combo, dude. And a BAP. What I would do if I were you, built for it, is upgrade to, you might want to get a 1000cc injector in there. You don't need it. Or at least an MU52. An MU52, the way you identify it is a short body injector, Bosch body. So if you put a stock injector and you say you have a MU52 and it's the same height without adapters as the stock injector, it ain't an MU52. It's probably LU47. When you flip an MU52, it has more than 6 holes. It has a lot of holes on the bottom, and the marks on the side will tell you it's an MU52. I had a customer recently say he's at MU52s. He had bone stock injectors. I felt bad for him. He had to go out and get MU52s. But I would upgrade to MU52's free-flowing exhaust, and the Lund tune will wake that car up because the Roush tune for Gen 1 vehicles is soft as dog shit, like fresh dog shit. Like if you gave your dog Oreos and he shit them, that's how soft the Roush tune on a Gen 1 is. So yeah, much to be gained from a Lund tune on a 13 RS3 built for it. Gypsy 1320 Dallas said, flex fuel tunes are for pussies that don't have the balls to race E85. No, I have a flex fuel tune in my car, and the nice thing about it is I could just, if I want a little more oomph, I just top it off with E85, and the car will learn to about E60, E50, and you could feel a noticeable bump in torque. And then if you keep topping off on E85, it just gets better and better and better. Right now, I just installed the trans brake in the red car. That thing barely roasts the tires. It's like you floor it and you let go of the trans brake and it goes boop. Once I put E85 in it, watch it roast the tires from a dig. And I'm going to do that test in a video whenever I get a chance to do it. That's an easy video to make. Okay. So back to the paid questions. Crowd Control Coupe. Oh, that's a unique name. Because, Mustangs run people over. Hey, Alex, can we talk about ported heads and cams on the Gen 3? What type of power is there to be had? Henne. Could a full bolt-on CJ E85 make high 500s to the wheel on the stock short block? Nah. Nope. Sorry, I don't think you're gonna make 600 wheel on stock stock stroke, stock bore, just ported. No, you're not gonna make high 500s. Not gonna happen. Maybe someone will promise you that. Not gonna happen. 100 horse from porting? Nah, I mean you can make close to 500 rear wheel horsepower in a manual, naturally aspirated, with even a stock 18 intake. If you port it, it'll be closer. And 500 Cobra Jet. I see the thing is with the Cobra Jet guys, everyone thinks the Cobra Jet is King Daddy, like all around. I'm sorry, the Cobra Jet is King Daddy in terms of peak horsepower, but average and on the street, you need to rev the shit out of that bitch to make a huge gain over the 18 manifold. The 18 manifold, especially a ported version, is pretty stout for many combos. Now, where the Cobra Jet comes into play is because more airflow, bigger throttle body, so you got to rev it more. I would only consider a Cobra Jet when you're shoving cams in the car. That's the only time I'm going to start considering Cobra Jets NA going forward, when you start putting badass, fully vetted, and all out naturally aspirated setups, then I'd go Cobra Jet. If I got the stock cams, I'm keeping the 18 or a 350 manifold in it, then a Cobra Jet. So I don't think you're going to make 600 rear wheel horsepower or 590 on ported Cobra Jet, long tube, Not without cams, not without higher compression, not without exotic fuels. I don't think you're even going to come close to that number, in my opinion. Nestor Berrios me dio 5 pesos, and he says, Alex, I'm a noob at tunning. Any suggestions on software? I'll start since I have a lot of time to sit around. Stay safe, bro. Thanks. HP Tuners is the most readily available software out there that you can learn on the quicker side, and you can draw a file. Okay, you can draw and license a file that maybe has been unlocked or kept unlocked, and then you can learn from someone else's work, which is kind of a slippery slope because you're not learning, you're just kind of maybe mimicking other people's work, and that's kind of the drawback of that software. Whereas a value file system like SCT has, meaning you can build a file based on the value files that SCT has for like a 2-valve for some Coyote stuff, and you can learn what the changes are along the way. Now, people would say, well, that's the same thing as drawing a HP tuners file. True, but what if the tuner that tuned that unlocked file does some exotic shit that you don't even have access to? What do you mean, Alex? I mean that you're able to see what they allow you to what they allow you to see. The shit that's done in the background that you have no idea what's making it work, you won't have access to. You won't even know it's there, and maybe that's what's making that whole combo work. So at least with SCT, you can see what the changes are, but HP Tuners, I think, is friendlier to the eyes, easier to manipulate, and it flashes a lot quicker. If you're okay with having a laptop in the car, or they do have a remote tuning device, an RTD, and they do have the MPVI 2. Is it MPVI? I'm terrible at that shit. Let me see. This guy right here, what's it called? MPVI, I said it right. MPVI 2, this little guy right here, the MPVI 2. Slick looking. It's got, connects to your shit. It's got Bluetooth shit and stuff and junk and all that craziness. But yeah, I mean, you can pretty much learn on both softwares, but both have their quirks, both have their pros, both have their cons. I think it all depends on what is pleasing to you, to the eyes. To me, it's SCT. When I open SCT, I'm home. I get it. Boom, 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 boom. HP Tuners, I'm also home, but the names are a little different, and it just takes me a little longer to tune with HP Tuners. That's all. That's just preference, though. Trevor Griffin says, hey, Alex, I just bought some parts off for my 2015 5.0 manual, 18-ported manifold, PMAS, LU47 stock headers, free-flowing exhaust, X-pipe, tune for 85. What kind of horsepower can I expect out of this? Stock headers, ported manifold, 440. 440 seems to be a nice number for E85 15 cars with LU47s and a ported manifold. You're looking at about 440 through a manual, in my most humble of opinions. Daniel Hernandez's gay says, Alex, I currently have a Paxton 3.3 pulley. Ooh, you're looking to send it. Would you recommend adding a 150 shot or selling the kit and going on 3 twins? I have a 2012 5.0 at 5,500 feet, 850 raw horsepower. Sounds like it's built. So twin turbos for you, sir. Twin turbos. You're welcome. What are your thoughts of a Gen 2 Coyote with a water jacket support? I know you said something about not taking a Gen 2 over 1,000 horsepower with stock sleeves. I'm still in the same boat because I remember my first motor that was in this car. When I bought the 2015 Mustang, it had a hurt motor. So the motor was subjected to like 27 degrees of timing boosted. Fucking ridiculous amount of timing. So a head gasket burned up, of course, and it created a heat spot in that area, and it cracked the sleeve. So now the block is junk. Like, the block is junk because water was getting in there and just burning water on that piston, and it was burning up. So I wouldn't really go crazy with just the supports. I think you should sleeve the whole engine. Sleeve every cylinder, do it properly, have a proper shop to do it properly that doesn't hammer them in. Someone that presses them in, someone that cools, heats, boop, the right way to do it. And in my opinion, that's the best way to go for 1,000 and up, like big boy shit. Like, people like Wonder Racing, people like L&M, Livernois, all those guys, they got that shit down pat. David Marth says, Alex, the last stream you touched on a billet oil pump gear. Would you recommend them for a GT250 intake manifold swap 17 GT since you'll be revving past the stock redline? Yeah, the moment you start revving past 7,500 RPM, it's a good idea to have a better set of oil pump gears in there. Do not go with the cheapest brand. I'm not going to say this enough. Stop looking at prices. Look at what the racers use. Ask a racer and see what he uses and go from there. 5.0 says, I wanted to give you some weekly support. He says, my car's at Finish Line. I love Brian. Brian's great at Finish Line. If you're anywhere in the Cincinnati area, That's the guy. That's the guy. Brian, Finish Line Performance, or Get with Beefcake, or they're both like, attached. If you see Beefcake, you see Brian at Finish Line, like right behind him, or vice versa. Finish Line waiting for a pulley to arrive so you can guys remote tune it. Thanks, Raf. Thank you, Raf. Appreciate that, brother. And yeah, Brian is so legit, it's not even funny. One of those shops that you don't even have to do nothing. Hey man, there's a vacuum leak. Comes back with another log. No more vacuum leak. I'm like, I fucking love you, Brian. Lunch money. Bobby Hill gave me $10. Said lunch money. Appreciate that, brother. Hey, Alex and Brandon. Thanks again for you fine folks at Lund and HPJ for taking my GT350 from 760 pump gas to E85 939. Thing's a monster. Back it down. Back it down. Hey, Brandon, send him a tune with less timing because I don't want you to live on 939 because GT350 motors are expensive. But no, in all seriousness, I really would back it down. Woo, lung tune and idle spark at 50 at load 2211 GT full bolt on. So I saw a guy on Facebook talking out of the side of his fucking neck. He showed a Lund tuned car showing the N gauge values when it was going wide open throttle, and he said, "Well, this is fucked up," or "Does this look right to you guys?" You know, Facebook, those expert tuners on Facebook, those guys. Yeah, does this look right to you guys, Facebookers? There's probably 6 guys well equipped to actually look at a log, read it, and know what the fuck's happening. But this neck talking fuck was like, it's 33 degrees of timing. It's rich. Now, I can go and explain what I saw in the logs, but luckily another tuner was in there and said, nobody in here is well equipped to look at this log, and if you don't have the tune file in front of you, you're only seeing half the story. Let me just give you a quick crib notes on timing. If you have, here you go, because every guy that says I'm NA, give me all the sauce, I'm like, here you go, because here you go. Here's all of it. Here's all of it. Good or bad, here's all of it. Oh, but does it look right to you guys? Also, the log or the values on the N gauge looked rich. I don't know what the fuck fuel he's got in it. He's got E70, E71, E80, E90. I have no fucking idea. So the short trims are going to compensate depending on what the stoic is and what the actual fuel tests at, and it'll trim in and out a certain amount. Truth be told, Ford OEM data trims in and out sometimes 5 to 7%. Not a problem. Oh, but it's sideways. It's too much time. Shut the fuck up if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Imagine putting up an X-ray on Facebook. Imagine putting up an X-ray on Facebook and be like, hey, does this look like cardiovascular disease to you guys? Hey, does this look like the beginning of, I don't know. Is his bone supposed to be like that? I watched CSU one time and I think his, You don't know shit. You are not well equipped to read a data log. Don't read a data log. Don't read a value. Don't do anything. If you have a concern, get with your tuner. And if you don't trust your tuner, get with another tuner. Dude, this week has been, because I think they're all home. And it just like brings out like people that you normally wouldn't deal with on a daily basis. You're just dealing with them. And they're just like super retarded. Like, dude, Google shit before hitting me up. Look at YouTube videos if you don't understand shit. We are not Google. Cuban Coyote. This guy listens to me. I love Cuban Coyote. He's a great guy. He's like, hey, can't wait to dial my car in and go what? I'll test the E85 in my tank tomorrow. Also, when I put the fuel pressure to 55, it only drops to 50, not 45. Okay, then we'll just have to make sure that, we set that properly, Cuban Coyote. But test the fuel, just like he said. Cuban Coyote had E85 in the tank. I sent them an E85 tune on a known MAF curve and known injector data. I said, it's looking a little rich. Give me a small watt hit. Gave me a small watt hit. Rich again. I go, before we go any further, get some fuel out of your tank and let's test it. Because he said he had E85 in it, right? But it could be testing at E70. And before I go chasing my tail, hitting the MAF curve, fucking with stoic, I want to know what fuel is in the tank. Period. And he's doing it. He's listening. I love it. Thank you, Cuban Coyote. We'll get your car squared away. The car seems to be doing well already. So it's just fueling, timing, and shove it down its throat. What mile per gallons says 11 to 2 to 1 Gen 2 ported head, bigger valves, comp blower cams, Gen stage 2, newest one. Paxton 3.3 with a 10% lower power expectations, manual transmission. If on E85, well into the 800 range, brother. Well into the 800 range. Joshua Rojas says, just showing my support. Thanks for the help y'all gave John Lardy. Hey, John Lardy. What's going on, John Lardy? Tyler and Dakota. Forget Brandon, Alex, and John Jr. Fuck them. But Lardy, Tyler, and Dakota. I know, he's just kidding. But thank you. Appreciate the support, brother. Thanks for being a fan. Gen 3 would a CJ benefit a twin turbo setup? Honestly, I wouldn't go too exotic with it. It's not going to make like 50 more. It's just going to make more power way up top. Keep it simple. You're probably not going to have a built bottom end. You're probably not going to have badass built bottom end that costs you $17,000 and you have some schlocko ported heads and some badass L&M cams. You probably don't have that setup. You're probably bone stock with a BAP FIC 1000s and you're talking about twin turboing an 18 with a CJ on a stock bottom end when you can blow it up on the stock intake. No problem. So I don't think that will benefit that at all. No offense. It just won't benefit. Rami Zion says, dude, yo escucho. Yeah, Rami's easy. Rami's so easy. Rami has gone from a guy who was building shit in his marquesina a en la marquesina haciendo trabajo en los carros. He was basically working on the side of his house on cars. Now he has a full-blown shop built and had Justin White tune the quickest and fastest bolt-on ZR1 on the planet, I think. His personal car has gone 9s. We're really close to going 8s on a TVS setup down there. He has a couple of twin turbo cars that Siley tunes. Dude, the guy became a legit shop in Puerto Rico because he listens. Hey, Alex, Jose Ibarra says, I have an 18 F-150 4x4 4-door Autoblock 2650 high flow cats running 3.5 pulley, looking to get a fuel system and 90 1050 to run in 325 pulley. Any recommendation? Wanting to run 10s. Do it. Everything you named off looks legit. It'll run. I think it'll run 10s without an issue. YouTube corrupt anti-free speech. Could the ethanol percentage at a gas station vary from day to day? Yes. In other words, when you're boosted, should you hand test every time you fill up for safety? Yes. Yes, absolutely. If it's rich, it's going to trim it out. It's not going to blow up. But the last thing I want to do, which happened this week, is he said, dude, I got E70 in my shit. Wait, what? I got E70. All right, so I sent a stoic for E70. Boom, was trimming on the money. He goes and fills up, and guess what it tests at? E95. Now he's going to be lean 10%. And then I don't want that guy going wide open throttle, the car trying to add in 10% to keep the commanded stoic on point. So he tested it, and I said, well, let's do this. Let's go right down the middle. Let's give you an E85 tune, brother, and go from there. And he's like, yep, let's do it. And it's going to trim out maybe 3 or 4%. I'd rather be there than 10%. And then he can go to a station that tests between 80 and 90 and be good. I'm like, yep, that sounds like a plan. Which is why I always want to tune you on E85. E85. Not E63, not E57, E85. God damn it. Thanks for the tune. Love the channel. Keep us informed. You're welcome, Michael Martin. I'm trying. But man, this week, it's only Tuesday, and I'm already fed up. I'm fed up because we're being used as Google. No one is listening to our instructions. You're just doing whatever the fuck you want, and that's not how it works. And I reserve the right to say, you're fired. Here's your money back. See you later. If you're not going to listen to my shit, because my main responsibility is to the health and safety of your car. I don't care about you. I care about your car. That's why you contracted me. You ain't going to listen to the shit I got to say? Bye. Michael Martin says, thanks for the tune, love. Keep the channel informed, or thanks for keeping us informed. Awesome. OAGLI says, at what power level does VVT becomes problematic and phaser needs to be locked? I'd say anywhere in the 1,000 range, because we had VCT in the blue car up until 1,1300 or so. And that's when we started needing to use more oil, thicker oil. And then VCT became harder to control. So if you're going to be in the 1,000 range and you're building your motor and your motor's got to come out anyway, get with us first for cam selection and where to lock it to. Get with us first. Don't go, well, I bought some locking kits and I locked it. So you locked it at idle? You locked it at the idle position, 30-0 if it's Gen 2 or 0-0 if it's Gen 1? Yeah, that's pretty sick. That's pretty optimal. Dean Simmons. Alex, if you could choose between a TVS versus root style for 650 on a stock GT, TVS. At higher boost levels, I think the TVS drops off because the power curve of a TVS goes and then it flattens out. Whereas a Whipple at like 18 and up PSI, it's a straight line up. It just keeps making power. And a Kenny Bell does the same thing. A big Kenny Bell, 4 liter and up, or even a 3, whatever the hell. And it just keeps going up. The TVS at that power level, even at about 850 robo horsepower, I prefer the TVS power delivery. Whoop, and it flattens out. But at big boost, 18 and up, I prefer a different style rotor that is going to make me more horsepower. Want to hear a question I see all the time? If I'm NA and I had 5,000 pound injectors, am I going to make more horsepower? Every fucking day, Jamie Easton. Every fucking day. Hey, I bought LU47s. This is my favorite. Hey, Alex, I bought LU47s. Oh, sweet. We're going to go 85? No, man. We're going to go full send on 93. Because you got LU47s? Yeah, more fuel, right? More power. The fuck are you talking about? The car's only going to ask for what it needs. It's going to go, I need this much. I need this much. I'm not going to go, let's flood the cylinders and wash the rings out. Boom, 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 boom. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You're not going to make one more horsepower with 1,000cc injectors on pump gas than you would on the stock injector. What? What do you... hey, man. But more gasoline mean more power, right? Because my friend said he got a Harley and he went from a 68 jet to a 70 jet, and he made more power. So tune my car for more power. I want a 93 race tune. Give me a 93 race tune. Give you a 93 race tune? Fuck are you talking about? Rupier says, Alejandro Flores, I'm late. What I missed? You missed a pretty goddamn good rant, and it'll probably happen again. 5.0 says, I hope it's not a stupid question. I test my E85 at the pump, and what would you say is the minimum ethanol percentage to run safe on an E85 tune? Look, even at E75 or so, or E78, or in the 75 to 80 range, you're okay. Anything under 75%, I go net. It's going to trim out about 8% or so. If you have an E85 tune and you're at 75%, it's going to trim out some fuel because it will run richer. It will run richer if you're set up for E85 and you're running E70. It will run richer. So what happens, class, if you have a tune set up for E85 and you put in E100? You know what the answer is for most of my customers? More power, man. Yo, man, I got C85 and now I got Ignite 158. Does that mean you could put more power in it? No. What do you mean, man? Shit. What's the stoic of the Ignite 8000? He goes, 9.85. Okay, so it's 85% ethanol. Yeah, but it's got like MS109 and shit for the other 50%. Holmes, Cub. Cool. Dude, this is great. I love it. Venting is nice. It keeps me good. Oh man, I poured in my manifold. Now we can shove more fuel in it, right? Brandon. I poured a manifold. Now we gotta get bigger injector. Corona. Okay. Manny Hernandez says, evening, Alex. Do you have any advice in dealing with shady dealerships? I took my A10 Mustang GT due to a rough idle installing issues. The advisor won't work on the car because there are no DTCs. That's fine. Go somewhere else. Now, what usually happens on an automatic Mustang that has an intermittent stalling issue. Let's say you had a light. I'm saying bone stock car. You're like, what the fuck is that? Bone stock car. If you were to data log it, you'll see, I think the exhaust cam, I forget which cam, one of them drops out of phasing. It's like, la, 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 fuck you. And you're like, what? Why is the cam doing that? The cam is oil controlled. So I guarantee you, if you got an oil change or you're due for an oil change on a Gen 3, you're going to experience this funky idle blip. It's just the nature of the beast. I had it in my car, and I'm like, this is a tune issue. And I kept chasing it. Junior's like, I am not commanding the cams to drop out all of a sudden at idle and then come back. I go, you're right. That would be weird. That'd be like a time-based thing. And then I changed my oil, and about a day or two later, went away. And when I've been boosted and I have 50 weight oil in that bitch, 550, that problem is less persistent. And I bumped up my idle about 50 RPM. Issue has never come back. So there you go. I would take it to another dealership, Manny. That's how I would do it. Oh, yeah. No updates for any ported man. Okay. In Zane Mustang. Zane from Houston. My boy. Hung out with me, Texas 2K. Alex, have you seen any good setups when it comes to boost on the Cobra Jet Manny? Something that the couplers don't blow off. What was that setup on the twin turbo Cobra at PBH? Yeah, it was a fluid twin turbo kit. Custom made inlet. Custom. So it was round to oval. Very nice transition. So the coupler is an oval coupler because Jake made a round to oval transition in that charge pipe. Okay, here we go. Alejandro Flores, what is the max power I could look to get out of a 2.9 Whipple on my L&M built sleeve GT500 with ID 1300s? 4 return style and E85. So 2.9 with the Gen 2 rotor pack, I think it's called. Built sleeved. Medium 900 in the 900s. I'm not sure you're going to touch 1,000, but you're going to be in the 8 to 900s pretty easily. Now, 2.9 Whipple front feeds on GT350s struggle to make 1,000. And that's a 12-to-1 motor revving at 8,000 RPMs. So I don't think you're going to move enough air on that setup to make 1,000. If you want to make 1,000, you're going to have to move to a more advanced rotor pack. Whipple does have 8,000 different blowers you can put on that thing. 3.4, Crusher, 4.0, this and that. So if it's built, dude, it's time to put a big boy on there. I think they're coming out with like a 3.8 and a 3.4 and a Gen 85 and a Gen 33 X5V Mark 5. So I would call Whipple and be like, hey man, I got a Trinity GT500 and I got a GT500. I want to get after it. And what's the latest and greatest? And they should be able to say, hey, I got something coming up that's going to make 1,000 at this boost level. Now, understand, just because it's the latest and greatest does not mean it's going to make the same power at the same pulley size. Now, I had a customer who had look, this is controversial, but why not? If you are looking to make 800 and less, even 850 and less horsepower on any GT500, the stock Trinity blower is all you need. Thank you. I should not listen to this for a while lifting. About drop the bar. Dude, I'm telling you, you just have to sometimes just get after people and be like, bro, the fuck are you doing? You got, this is the only way I think customers are going to keep from making mistakes that they can already fix before even hitting us up. They go, oh shit, I got a PO161. What do I do? Let me Google that shit. And then they go, oh shit, it's a circuit code. Oh, that means it's an incomplete circuit. So I have a wiring issue. I don't even have to email Lund. Then you can be cool and be like, I diagnosed the car myself. I saw that I had a PO161. It was a circuit issue, and I looked underneath, and I had an O2 disconnected. Here's a log. We think you're a fucking god at that point. Hell, I might hire you based on that fucking answer. Gypsy 13 Trialist Dallas says, I'm starting to think of the customer. 95% of the customers are Mexican. You know what's funny? Every time I see a order come through and it's like Gonzalez or Ramirez or Martinez, I read it like that. Hey, man, this is a log. Car running good. I love it. And they're like, then you like see them at an event. They're like, hey, Alex, how you doing? I'm a doctor. Órale, vato, ¿cómo está, doctor? You know, fuck it. Anyway, check this out. Someone actually sent me a little emoji with $5. I appreciate that. Our profit. Hey, you can actually send little emoji characters while sending me some Canadian money. Root Beer says, gave me $5, and he says, if you're at a chick's house and you see a skid mark on the toilet, I'm done. Done. Before a girl comes to my house, I'm like, toilets are scrubbed, tubs clean, floors are clean, dishes put away. You know, if she just let, you know, a Hershey bar fly down the sucker and didn't like clean up the bowl. Okay, it depends how long I've been with her. If we're in a relationship, I will just kid around about it. I'd make like chocolate jokes all night. Thomas Cooper says, what is the max? Oh, he already said that. Fuck it. Tacuache cuh. Lean and Leon says, Tacuache cuh. No quema cuh. Brandon got my Paxton 93 pump gas dialed in and running great with the new return style fuel system. Getting the E85R tune dialed in and sit on kill. Ashton 5.0 gave me $5 to say that. Jacob J GTI says, how's Hush Money running with the new fuel line and how did you reroute it? All I did was like, I moved it out of the way and it was fine. And then I set the clamp up against the body so it wouldn't move on top of the diff. And it ain't going nowhere, so it should be right on the money. It was just pinching a little bit, dude. I didn't think the car would squat that much. I have to re-engineer the whole rear suspension to get more anti-squat so that the rear bar is facing more towards the back on the bottom. So relocation brackets, and then I got to make sure the top bars are, you know, angled towards the front of the car hardcore. So I might have to get an S-Box from Wild Rides or something like that to get my anti-squat on point. Dirty toilets are a turnoff, especially when married. Ooh. See, I was in a relationship for 10 years, and we farted nonstop. And one time, she farted, and I swore she shit her pants. That wasn't hot. We were, I think, the sexiness factor was gone. Then in my second relationship, I heard her fart once, and it was a mistake. She was riding this bitch up, and it was like, oh, whoa, hey, ho. Aaron Brown says, my 1910 speed goes into the shop next week for the top mount on 3 twin turbo kit. It'll be on E85. What power range to stay as a good daily? It'll be on E85. What power range to stay as a good daily? Dude, anything between 750 and 800 is fucking fun as a daily. Anything in the 800 and up range is slightly uncontrollable unless you're rolling on sticky rubber all the time. Trevor Gerfin says, also waiting for the intake to come in. Do you think I can install the free-flowing exhaust without the tune and be okay for a week or two? Trevor, install all the parts in at once. Because I don't want to have to send you a tune for cut off or any bullshit like that. Then have to send you another tune for the cold air intake. Install everything at the same time. There is no rush. It's Josh for show. Give me $5. It says 2018 PP1 McLeod's RXT clutch line. Oh, RXT clutch line still locks out clutch and pedal sinks to the floor at higher RPMs. Any thoughts? Master cylinder? I mean, it's obviously not returning the fluid quickly, and this has happened twice with McLeod clutches. I never had the issue with the Mantic clutch. I really hate to say it's the clutch because I can't imagine it's a clutch because there has to be proper spacing, but I'm telling you guys, I never had this issue with a Mantic clutch. Now, a GT350 customer that we had did have a similar issue, and it might have to do with the master cylinder and the fluid returning back to the master because the clutch pedal stays slammed to the floor, as Jeremiah Camp is experiencing right now. It has to be mechanical. It's a mechanical thing, not necessarily what part can I buy to make it happen. You have to make sure that when the car releases, that fluid gets pushed back and the pedal pops back up. So there's a spacing issue happening, I think, somewhere in there. Do I need bump steer and caster plates when I lower my S197? It doesn't hurt. It's good to get the alignment on point, and sometimes you're out of range, so it's a good idea to get the steering angle on point and your actual adjustments within range, so it's a good idea to buy both. Eric Engel Berkeston, man, says La Raza. Insane Mustang says, thanks, Alex. Wanted to go with the Cobra Jet. Now I have to put something else on later on. Exactly, Insane. VMP's new 137 mono any good? Built motor 85 looking to make 1,000 wheel. It's fine. I'm not going to say it's the best thing on the planet. There are other throttle bodies out there that are good or just as good or better. Like anything Whipple makes for the Gen 3, Gen 2, Gen 3, and Gen 5 front feeds, the 132 is what I have in the Fairmont. Why did I go with the 132? It is simply the best mono blade, period, out there. Those mono blades with the 15 and up electronics from Whipple are the best. I'm not a big fan of the 150 because even they tell you drivability will suffer. But the 132 is so rock solid that I made an adapter so I could fit it into my Edelbrock supercharged Fairmont. That's how much I like the 132 throttle body. And I tune it just like a Whipple. Car doesn't know what blower's in it. Car doesn't give a shit what blower's in it. Car gives a shit what injector you have, what cold air you have, what throttle body you have. That's it. Not dogging on VMP, but I mean, I'm telling you, the Whipple throttle body is baller as shit. And if you got to adapt it and get funking, jiggy with it, I would. Hey, Whipple. Want an idea, Whipple? You want to sell a lot of throttle bodies, Whipple? Whipple, listen to me. Start making the 132 throttle body with 15 electronics fit a bolt pattern of any other blower. Ooh, make it fit a Kenny Bell, make it fit a Roush blower, make it fit an Edelbrock blower. Make the bolt pattern. Vámonos, let's do it. Or make an adapter. You would sell the shit out of that throttle body. Bet that. Oh yeah. You know what? I shouldn't have said that. Because I'm going to want royalties for my ideas. And don't be making it all fancy and shit. The same fucking blade, the same electronics, bolt pattern. Or adapter. That's what I did. I adapted that bitch on the Edelbrock and it was perfection. Orlando Chavez, he says, Órale, vato, how's everything? I worked in IT and I know your pain. People will call because they had no sound on the computer. 90% of the time, the mute was on. People are stupid and lazy. Guy's probably a nice guy, but whatever. It works for my channel. No, you're right. I did that one time. I was like, man, ain't no sound coming out of this computer, but I have a dock for this IBM ThinkPad. And I'm like, man, there's no sound coming. I'm like, what the fuck? And I opened it up and the mute button was on. Yeah, that took a day, by the way. I was like, this thing's fucked up. I want to return it. Woo-wee. King Jaffe Jaffer is here. King Jaffe. Where are you, King Jaffe? I love that name. Coyote Car Guy. What's up, Coyote Car Guy? Bobby Weymouth says, love you, Alex. Love you, too. No update for ported manifolds. LOL. Yeah, dude, Brandon, just copy-paste that shit like every 5 comments. Coyote Fury says, hey, Alex, I have an 18 Lund tuned, of course, and I need an alignment, and I'm dreading the thought of some tool bag thrashing my car. Can we get a valet tune to make it only rev to like 1,200 RPMs? Yes. Dude, Coyote Fury, say, hey, guys, taking the tune in for service, I would really appreciate a RPM limited tune to 3,000 RPMs or 4,000 RPMs. That way, that boy, when he hits the gas, he just goes, just falls on its face at 3,000 to 4,000 RPMs. Yes, you can request a valet tune, Coyote Fury. Good idea. Pat the one says, farts, dirty toilets, taking the last of anything equals getting too comfortable and lazy. Then she ends up with Alex spilling her guts. Spreading her legs for his signature move. I have a signature move. I have to show you guys one day. It's pretty good. That's when the sounds change from, oh. Like, yeah, well, that's my move. Nailed my accent, Orlando Chavez. Thank you, Orlando. I nailed my accent. I have one Mexican accent. Thanks, Orlando. I appreciate that. See, Chavez. I mean, I guarantee he's Mexican. Jesus Loaza says, Gen 3 Stage 1 Whipple on 91 octane. Can I use D-Twerk 400 instead of a BAP? Yes. Yes, you can. Jeremiah Camp says, yep, same problem I'm having in the master cylinder change to see if the problem continues. If it does, I'm going Mantic. Love you. Jeremiah is one of those guys that has like the perfect S197. Now it is making like 850 horsepower. So once the clutch situation is fixed, I'm going to do another review on that car. It is fucking fast. It's not fast. It is fucking fast. High Seas Paul says, Alex, why did you go Vortex? I don't know who that is. On your 19 Mustang, and are happy with that choice? So, High Seas Paul, the Vortex was owned by Lund Racing, and they got a bracket for an 18 Mustang, and they needed a car to R&D on, meaning develop the calibration for, and a 19 calibrates different than an 18. So I happened to have a 19, and I said, hey guys, can I get that blower down here? They sent me the blower, upgraded the head unit to a oilless unit, meaning you don't have to constantly, it doesn't take oil from the pan and lubricate the bearings. It just has a self-contained unit, and we R&D'd it and made the tune. And anytime Junior wants to do a cam lobe tune, any changes, anything like that, my car is the R&D piece. Once that becomes useless, meaning we don't need it anymore, the tune is super vetted and we're kind of done with it, I can say to Lund, can I buy it? And then I can keep it. Or Lund can say, get that shit off your car, ship that shit back up north because that's ours. And they're well within their right to do so, and I wouldn't have an issue doing that. Do you think Lund would ever tune? God damn it, this thing is all fucked up. Do you think? Missed my paid. Andres Ozario. Okay, hold on, Andres. 11 Coyote, 18 manifold, the 85 free-flowing exhaust tuned by Lund. If I ported my 18 manifold, do I need another tune, or would the computer adapt to it? Andres, Brandon answered that question like 20 minutes ago. No retunes for ported anything unless it has a leak. Oh, shit. Haik Boyajan says, finally I get on and you're on too. Love both your channels. Question of the day. 12 or 13 Boss versus 15 GT350 all-around car. It is not even close. It is comparing a Fox body to an S197. The GT350 is king daddy of NA cars. It is perfect. It sounds great. Very boost friendly. It stops great. It fucking looks great. The wheels, the tires, the fucking brake, look, the moment you slam the brakes on that bitch, you're going to be sold. The moment you take a turn on that bitch, you're like, oh my God. And the moment you get some free-flowing exhaust in there with a cam lobe tune, you will jizz your dick. Your dick will be jizzed. The GT350 is way better than the Boss 302. Period. Now, let's talk about an even better comparison. Boss 302 versus 11 to 12 GT500. Boss 302 versus 11 to 12 GT500. Which one's better? Boss 302 by far. Yes, the GT500 has better resale. Not really, though. The 11 to 12 costs about the same right now as the Boss 302. That's like neck and neck. The GT500 has a better transmission. Yep. But the Boss 302 can make well into 900 horsepower without even fucking sneezing at it. Whereas the GT500, about 800 and it's done. 800, 850, done. At any moment, you got to fucking expect the rod to go, see you later. Whereas the Boss 302 at 800 is like, oh, 800, that ain't shit, bitch. Give me more. Isaiah Lopez says, looking for good nitrous cams for the Gen 1 FBO 85. Dude, don't go crazy with I need nitrous cams. I need cams that atomize the shit just right, so when it's swinging around, the nitrous mixes appropriately, and it takes the nitrous into account because the cam lobe is designed for nitrous. The cam lobe is designed for nitrous. Get an NA cam. Just get an NA cam. Get a fucking comp cam stage 3 NA. But the atomization and the cam swinging around and the valves and... Comp cam, NA cams. Done. Don't overthink it. Do not overthink it. Your move is on the booty bite. Nah, my move is like I'm on my knees. Pumping away, and I'm using the bed to come back, and I'm like, get the... Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff. Michael Charlton. Alex, hot pale redhead with green eyes. Shakira, Sofia Vergara from years ago. Marry one, smash one, kill one. Marry the redhead with green eyes. Kill Sofia Vergara. Fuck Shakira. Sofia Vergara was good, but is she Cuban or Colombian? The more I learn about that culture, I don't want to know shit about it. But Shakira is also Colombian, but she's She's still fucking hot. She's still hot. She's still hot. The Chech. Andres, no update. Dude, Brandon, just keep repeating that. I'm going to get that question probably paid 15 times. What about a ported cup holder? Fuck. What does la vergia mean? La vergia. La verga? Means the dick. Of the dick. Of the dick. Esto está la verga, man. La verga. Same thing as Cubans talk about la pinga. Now, I have a good story. Real quick. Mr. Jimmy Jam says, I'm about to port my cup. Retune? No. I got a good story about when I first moved to Florida. So when I first moved to Florida, I heard a story that someone said that this race was going on at Palm Beach International Raceway versus a bunch of Cubans and then some other dude. When the Cuban crew won that grudge race, they stuck their dicks out. Da de pinga, toma de pinga, blah. And they stuck their dicks out to the other crew as if to say, we beat you, here's our dick. Fine. I was like, well, that's odd, but I'm in a new world, so I'm going to have to adapt. So we go to Bradenton NMRA 2015, I think. And I'm new here. My girlfriend's in fucking Houston. I don't know anybody. I'm just like trying to get along, you know? So I was talking to Donnie and we're just hanging out and I was talking shit about Donnie, like, hey, Donnie, blah, blah. And I was like, man, you don't want to race my black car, man. Look, man, if I race my black car against you, I'm going to beat you. And then I'm going to stick my dick out to show you that I beat you. Donnie laughed his ass off. The Power by the Hour guys laughed their ass off because they're like, wow, this new guy gets it. He's with it. But this one guy got this look on his face. He was like, yo, my man, what'd you say? So we're all like, yeah. And I was like, what? He's like, yo, what you talking about? I was like, oh, I said that when I beat Donnie, I'm going to stick my dick out. Huh? You know? Now, I have a theory why this guy got sideways. Unbeknownst to me, he was the recipient of the dick out. Right? This is my theory. I can't prove this. But he was part of the crew that was the recipient of the dick out. The dicks were being pointed at him. So he took offense. Yo, I didn't know this at the time. I still don't know this. I am just kind of, yo, man, what would you say? So now I go into fucking ghetto mode because I'm like, okay, this guy's getting huffy and puffy. So you got to like, you got to dust off the guns and be like, we gonna do this? Load the bitches up. And I'm like, square up. I'm righty. So I'm, like, what's going on? You got a problem? I don't know who the fuck you are. She's stepping to me. I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't know who the fuck, Luckily, Donnie got in the way. He's like, man, get the fuck, man, he ain't talking to you. Get out of here. And then he got huffy and puffy. Then he got really hard when Donnie pushed him out of the way. Look at, yo, he's talking shit, man. So that was my introduction into the racing scene down here. Unbelievable. Hey, Alex, why do you get on some people when they ask you a simple question? I know you have all the subscribers that you need it. Don't run any off. Because I feel like it. I mean, I don't care, dude. Look. I don't care. If they ask me some dumbass shit and you should know this by now. If you follow my channel and you ask a dumb, stupid question, you should know this by now. You shouldn't come in here asking obviously stupid questions that can be Googled. So I understand C-Herd one, that if it looks like I'm running people off, but look, that's how I got here. I didn't get here by being nice to everybody. I got here by being real as fuck. I'm like, dude, you should know you need a retune for a JLT, a PMAS, or a tune required air raid. You should know you need a tune for a, LU47. You should know you should install the parts before you receive a tune. You know why? You know why? Because when I was on the other end of this thing as a customer, I Googled everything and I got well versed. We are not Google. I am not Google. I can answer kind of intricate questions and setups and what works and what doesn't. But when it comes to basic 101 shit, this isn't the place. This is not the place. Do I need a retune for ported mufflers? Oh, Daniel Hernandez is gay. You're an asshole. Get the fuck off my channel. Unsubscribe. I've never said that to anyone. Well, here anyway. I ported the input shaft, sell the EcoBoost for a Coyote. Hey, not everyone knows as much as you. No shit. And Seaherd 1, if you're sensitive, this shit ain't for you, man. This shit is not for you, Seaherd 1. If you're going to come in here trying to be nice, my boys are going to bury your shit. You cannot come in here being soft as fuck. This is jail. This is jail. Okay? When you come into jail, you got to align yourself with a gang or suck dick so you don't get fucking stabbed and shanked in the fucking yard. So when you come in here, guys, right, new guys, if you come in here and you just found this channel because you follow Cletus or you follow this guy, this is jail. So you got to align yourself with people or suck dick. Exactly, because my boys come in here to be like, that boy's soft as fuck. And he probably licked my asshole with jelly because I like jelly. I can orgasm really fast when someone eat my asshole out with jelly. For those old guys that saw the HBO special, thank you very much. My guys went in. Dude, I'm telling you, you can't come in here soft. I love my dudes. They come in here, they're like, yo, if it's like, okay, have you ever seen sharks in the ocean and one shark is swimming a little sideways like he's dying? What do? They don't be like, oh man, let me grab you by the fin, Mexican shark. Let me grab you by the fin and help you out to the fucking hospital. They eat the motherfucker. They eat him. Oh, yeah, check this out. So remember Miles from last week? So Miles, homeboy last week that was talking shit on Lund Tuning and then went to BJ, and BJ had to smack him in the PP. BJ was like, if you mention my name in the same light as Lund or negative or anything, I'll fire your ass. And Miles was like, please don't fire me. Please don't fire me. I need a tune from you, BJ. Thank God BJ hit me up. I was like, BJ, yo, that's your boy. I mean, keep him on a fucking tight leash. Anyway, I was looking for some 373s and I didn't know this guy. He had a different fucking name. And he's like, oh, do you know who it was on Instagram? He's like, I was like, oh yeah, you got some 373s? He's like, I'll give them to you. And I was like, oh no, I'll fling you some money. Just let me know, PM me, you know? So he hit me up on the private message. And I was like, hey man, what's up? How much you want from them? I was offering him money. And I was like, do you know who this is? And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this is. And then I saw his name. It said Miles. I'm like, oh, you're that bitch. You're that bitch that was talking shit on Lund. Man, fuck you. Have a nice day. See ya. And then he tried to post like, I was trying to give him headers and trying to make peace. Don't make peace. Fuck you forever. Forever. Oh, I love it. You're going to wash my clothes. We eat booty around here. Tiger King about to bust in the door talking about ass lickings. Hey, man, when you watch porn, do you like the guy with the little thing banging the girl? Or do you like seeing the guy with the big thing banging the girl? I like seeing the big guy banging the girl. Well, you ain't all the way straight, is you? Let me munch on your balls real quick. Oh, here we go. Seaherd says, you sound like you have homosexual tendencies. He says I'm gay, guys. Uh-oh. Oh, man. I like to have my salad tossed. Because in here, right, I was sucking the guy's dick one time, and I just cut him because he can't do nothing, right? How he's going to explain that situation? That was from that special. When he said he was sucking the guy's dick, and he cut him as he was sucking his I was like, I never want to go to jail. Oh, shit. Yeah, Michael Charlton says, wait, Miles tried to give you gears after last week? Yup. Trying to get on my good side. And I was like, oh, I know who you are. Fuck you. Tiger King, exactly. Getting ready to do a 4 triple pump system, ID 1300X, Gen 2, and a Frankenstein intake. Obviously, it will require a retune. What kind of procedure will I need to go through for you to get info for your tuning? Okay, you're going to tell us if it's boost reference or not, and we want it boost reference, meaning there has to be a boost reference line coming from the manifold somewhere to the regulator so that pressure rises with boost. Also, 1300Xs, that's pretty straightforward. Cams, just get us all the information, what kind of fuel you're going to be running, and what your power expectations are with that setup. I'm thinking if it's a stock Gen 2 bottom end, you can squeeze 900 plus out of it. That's when it becomes less and less reliable, the engine. But just get with us, say exactly what you put on here, what you put in G Nichols. You're going to have to boost reference it. You're going to set it at 55 PSI static, meaning key on, engine off, 55 PSI. And then when you turn the engine on, it'll drop to about 45 PSI on the gauge. And that's it. Mr. Nitro says, you got a property of Joe Exotic tramp stamp now? Property of Joe. He covered up that tattoo. At the end of the show, he ended up covering up that tattoo. Fucking great. I love that fucking show. They did such a good job. Just get with it or leave, dude. It's not going to do you any good. Exactly, bro. Prison rules. This is a prison. You can't fuck around here. You get with it or get the fuck out. Plain and simple. Was Alex cupping the balls just now? Miles used to being an internet nuisance. Also with his pseudo name, Jesse Jacobello. What a fucking name. Best episode ever. Thank you. There's never a stupid question, just a stupid person. Here. Blood in, blood out. Hey, blood in, blood out was fucking phenomenal. Remember the part where he goes to jail, right? The cute white looking Mexican dude, and the guy's showing him around, and he's like, okay, and this is the yard, and you gotta watch out for those guys. And then he shoves them in the jail cell, and he's like, dame chocho, bitch. Like, meaning, I want that ass. I was friendly to you. Now your ass is mine. I don't know if he got away from that guy. I think he got away from that guy. Alex, I have a 2009 GT500 and want to go right to a monoblade throttle body instead of a twin 65 or twin 67. But I've been hearing a lot of people GT500s having issues. What do you recommend? I recommend you stick with a twin bore throttle body forever, because you can make 800 plus 850 with a twin bore twin 65 or twin 67 throttle body, which is more power than your bottom end can take. So if you want to avoid issues, if you want to avoid potential drivability issues, the throttle hanging in the blade hanging in the bore, tunability issues, hardware issues, stick to a twin bore, twin 67 or twin 65 throttle body, sir, and save yourself a ton of trouble. Fuck what the guys on the internet forums, oh, I put a 170 and it made 30 more horsepower. Congratulations. Twin 67 or twin 65, sir. Michael Marin, have you ever had your shit pushed in? That was from Training Day. Good shit. Give me some chon chon. Training Day is where it's at. Give me chon chon. That's great. Josue Hernandez. Hey Alex, how much horsepower do you think my Gen 2 will make with stage 3 cams, CJ setup, and of course a Lund tune? Pump gas, you're going to be in the 430, 440 range, no higher. But E85, you might be able to touch 450, maybe 460. It's going to be tough with a Gen 2 and a CJ setup. Alex, teach us some Spanish shit. I am. Every fucking day. Chon chon, which is like male butthole. I have a Gen 1 Coyote, but have access to a Gen 2 short block. What do I need to make the swap work? I know it's been said. I just cannot remember. So if you have a Gen 2 short block, just put your Gen 1 heads and Gen 1 timing components on the Gen 2 short block, and it tunes just the same, sir. Gearhead 1. Gave me $20. I appreciate that, brother. Do Gen 1 short blocks live constantly rev to 7,800 RPM? Yes. 13 GTNA setup with ported Gen 2 heads, LNM cams, LE47, CJ intake, 4R70 trans swap. Can I get away with a flex tune? Weekend car, nearest track is 2 hours away. Yes. You can get away with a flex tune. Yes, you can rev to 7,800 RPM for a while. Just make sure you have oil pump gears. Okay, if you have L&M cams, I hope you have oil pump gears in the guy, because at high RPMs, those tend to be the weak link. But yes, to answer your question, yes. Kyle Braden, what the fuck? Are you insane? Holy shit, thank you very much. You didn't have to do that. Now I gotta stare at your red question forever, and we're gonna have to fucking bro out. Let me get the other guys before that, and then I'll slowly move into your question. Alex, I'm going to more boost 10, 11 PSI 93, twin turbo 15 stock engine, maintenance wise. How often do I need a compression test? Whenever you smell oil or something. Dude, honestly, don't rag it out on 93. I love you. And if you do, put some octane booster in it. Make sure that thing's going to live a long time. Do not play Russian roulette with your engine. please, 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 if you're going to up the boost, up the octane. But honestly, I would do a compression test maybe every oil change just to make sure you have peace of mind. Does shit push the farts out or do the farts push the shit out? Love you. Your colon pushes the shit out. And your farts. But chicken or the egg, right? Do you fart and the fart pushes the shit or does the shit push the fart? I don't think it does either. I think your colon does the pushing. Kyle Brandon says, just showing support. Keep that crap talk going. Can you make sure John gets 50? He has been helping me with my idle issues on my E85 CJ setup as well as the car cutting off at 140. Kyle, absolutely. I will give the guys all the money so they can all go have lunch or whatever. But everyone's in quarantine. Junior's the only one at the office. So I will make sure, Kyle, that Junior gets $50, and I'll probably send the other shit to the guys. I'll send Brandon 25 and Dakota 25 so they can go to Wawa and get their McMuffins or anything. Kyle Brandon, that's very generous of you. I really appreciate the support. You didn't have to do that. I do want $2 is more than enough. I know that the more you pay, the more you can type. But honestly, I really don't need you to spend $100. Even though it's highly appreciated, man, dude, $5 is $2, more than enough, man. I really appreciate the support, man. Thank you. Now everyone's like, boy, he got money. Shit. Yeah, pretty much. I appreciate that, though. But I'll make sure John gets that money for sure. Thanks again, Brandon. Kyle Brandon. Alex Goodell says, what's the formula for 500 horsepower NA15 GT? There you go. Damn, a good question, man. Shit. Okay, in my opinion, you need to port them heads. Cams. The most aggressive cams you can get, whether it's a ComCam NA Stage 3 or some kind of custom grind, or get with L&M and be like, I want some raggedy-ass 8,200 RPM shit. CJ setup. Port to CJ setup. You don't need a monoblade. So CJ setup, CJ Cold Air, whether it's a JLT, Ford Racing, or a PMAS. A Twin 67 is more than enough airflow for this car. Cams, port the heads, nasty E85. I'm saying ignite. I'm saying some shit that has crazy octane, and make sure your tuner can swing them cams the right way. And that car should be in a manual. It should be close to 500 rear wheel horsepower. That should be the combo. Nestor Berrio says, El Diablo homeboy made it rain. Yeah. He's just like, here's $100. Here's 50 to Junior. Yes, sir. Whatever you want, sir. Ryan Rodriguez says, I made 470 wheel with stage 3 Comcast CJ and 85 on a Mustang dyno. That's pretty good. That's pretty aggressive. That's good. Michael Charlton says, bro, my wife and I have always calling each other bitcha because of you. And we are white as fuck. Hey, bitcha. Bitcha, do the dishes, bitcha. Hey, bitcha, did you pick up the kids from school, bitcha? Seahurt says, in caps, because he's yelling, I found your channel a long time ago, and I'm an old Fox Body guy from way back. New to the 5.0 stuff. Would love to do a Coyote swap one day. There you go. He's coming around. See, now he just basically punched the guy in the yard. He was like, "Oh, fuck, I'm part of the gang now." Bala Record says, Alex, your opinion on a 331 stroker small block Ford? Love it. You give me a dart block or a boss block 331, big stupid AFRs or some badass TFSs and like fucking 20 something pounds of boost. We're getting after it. Fuck yeah. We're going to have a lot of fun. And Zane Mustang was like, God damn, because of the money, I guess. Kyle Brandon is the fucking MVP. Dude, I mean, that's very generous, super generous, and I'm going to make sure I PayPal Junior. I advance. I'm not going to wait a month for this money to come in on Google AdSense. I'm going to be like, Junior, here's $50. This guy paid you $50. Here you go. Farts push your shit out. Bandy says. Okay, Bandy says farts push your shit out. Then scientifically, he's correct. Correct. The Chet says, I want to leave the freaking house and drive my car. Fuck my life. Do it. Nothing's preventing you from doing that. They're not going to be like, oh, what are you doing driving out here? Go out and drive your car. Michael Martin says, making us peasants look bad with my $5. Thomas Clark says, 2018 with a full bolt on. One day the goal is twins. I was going to install the old pump gears, and I got over the holidays. Can I get any cams now and run them with twins? Yes. Or can I run FI cams? Don't overthink FI versus NA. Don't overthink FI versus NA. The Blue Goose has NA cams. Bitch makes fucking 1,600 horsepower. Oh, but I thought it's NA because the way the lobe turns and it turns the lobe and the cams come down and the exhaust and lobe, it's good for boost, but it's not good. I don't need anybody. This quarantine does not bother me because this shit that's going on right now is a daily thing by myself. I'm just here like talking all sorts of shit by myself. How much does YouTube take? 30%? I think it's in the 20s. Root beer. Nope. Pump gas. No smoke. Can't be the head gasket. Very good. Okay, they're talking. Good. Carlos Villarreal says, Alex, when you get a forced induction E85 tune, will they throw in a gas pump tune? Yes. So this is what happens anytime you're boosted and you have a return system. I don't give a shit what you got. We are starting on pump gas. We are starting on pump gas and the lowest boost possible. So if you got a blower and you got a big old pulley on it, pump gas. And I'm going to go, let's dial this in. And we dial that bitch in. It might take 4 or 5 revisions. I'm like, dude, this is dialed in. Now I go to the stoic and go boop, 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 change it to E85, add some timing. And I'm like, here you go. I know it's going to be fine if you test the fuel and it is 85% ethanol. Now you can boost to the fucking moon, and as long as you have enough fuel delivery and the math is scaled properly, thing is fine. Mustang Manny says, I can't get my, god damn it, I lost it. Shit. Mustang Manny says, I can't get my lady to say bitch up for nothing. Boo. Rami Zion says, we did 511 on a Boss 302 Champ Twin 65 and MMR Camp. Yes, Rami Zion on a Boss 302 with cams locked, MMR locked cams, made 511 rear wheel horsepower. Badass shit. Ride Related says, I missed his paid question. Sorry, sir. Let's go back. Ride related, where you at? You're lying, motherfucker. You didn't pay me shit. You just lying and making me go. Here we go. When moving to a set of headers and free flow and exhaust, if possible, to loose a little bit of boost, is it okay to pull it down and gain the boost back? On 93? Okay, so why do you think you lose boost when you install free flow and exhaust and let's say you put headers in it? So you're blowing through a small straw and your cheeks are puffing out, right? And then you open up the exhaust and now your cheeks are not puffed out anymore. Well, there's your boost. Now the car is showing less boost. That does not mean it's making less horsepower, guys. There's less of a restriction. Boost is a measure of restriction. 90% of the guys won't get it, and nobody named Chavez is going to get that. But boost is a measure of restriction. So if you're restricting something, boost will be higher. If you open up the exhaust and that guy is free flowing, boost will come down, meaning the engine is not restricted anymore. Power will probably go up. But some people, for whatever reason, concentrate on the boost number. I used to make 10 PSI. Now I only make 9. Yeah, but the car makes 30 more rear wheel horsepower. Yeah, but I used to make 10 PSI. So that's why it makes less boost, sir, because there's less of a restriction. If you have a clogged catalytic converter, that bitch will make 20 PSI. And you unclog them, that bitch will make 10 PSI. Do you want to make 20 PSI again? No. So it's all about a restriction. Measure the horsepower coming out of it. Meaning if you went up in horsepower and it makes less boost, leave it alone. It makes more power working less hard, less restriction. You can pull it down and go back to 10 PSI if you want, but do you have to if it's already making more power? David Martin gave me $3, says, we are all beach peasants now. Exactly. You happen to be the one that after the $100, you're like, wah, wah. Okay. Alex, thinking about selling my 11 Coyote to get back into debt for 350. What do you think? Do it. Do it. Because that 350 is done. It's done. It's such a refined car. It's nice. It looks good. It sounds evil. It Revs to 8,200 RPM stock. It stops on a fucking dime, guys. It stops on a fucking dime. It turns so well. It is just a better car. I mean, legit. I want a 350. I want a 350R. But, yeah, what are you going to do? I could sell all my cars and get a 350R and probably be paid, but I like a lot of cars. Dawood Jaffrey says, Alex has a mix between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bill Goldberg, but goes, órale, vato, every time. He's not wrong. Okay, so did anyone name Chavez dirty? Did anyone name Chavez dirty real quick? Did anyone name Chavez dirty real quick? Slapshack Records says, I watched the PBH video and now I really want to swap a 6R80 into my 14 GT500. How did you like driving that customer's auto swap GT500? It's pretty badass because the 5.8 GT500 makes so much torque. It changes everything. It makes that car fast. Look, it is more fun to be stick. I will never say an automatic car is fun. Never. I mean, the Fairmont is not fun. It's fucking scary. It's a scary car. Holy shit, I'm going to die. Stick car, you go, oh, I'm going to die, I'm going to let off. Shift, oh, I'm going to die, let off. Pedal, blah, blah, blah. But the auto car is like, shoop, when set up properly. If you got a stick shift set up properly like my black car was, ooh, the black car, 850 horsepower, fuck with me. The black car at 850 horsepower will donkey gap the automatic GT500. Why? Because it just roast fucking tire, that fucking, the Fairmont. What did I say, GT500? Sorry. My black car at 850 will kill the Fairmont. Kill the Fairmont. Stick on 6R80. At the track, that's a different story. When there's grip, that Fairmont gets it. It's badass. George Cruz says, órale, cuh. No quema, cuh. Alex, in your opinion, do you think a Gen 3 Coyote S550 NTD2 max effort NA with weight reduction capable of going 9s? Hell yeah. My white car, I guarantee I'll get it to go 9 stick. I'll get it to go 9 stick. Bet me. I don't know when, but I'll get it to go 9 stick. Just needs E85 and a return style fuel system. Talking to Deechworks about that. Trying to make that shit happen. Because they got some nice little hat that I'm interested in. And I'm like, that looks pretty good. Michael Charlton says, Alex, do you know if the white box Mantic is the same without just the case? Can they hold 800 plus with some racing abuse? You got to call Jeff Gurko. Jeff Gurko at Mantic USA. That's the guy to talk to as to what Mantic is suitable for your application. Nanya says, is a 350 better than a 9904? An 85 Mercury Capri is better than any 9904 vehicle, unless it's a 351. Jared Stallworth says, any experience with Factory 5 cars? I'm tempted. Dude, Factory 5 is my... AC Cobra, like a repop, that handles... Look, my... Like a backdraft car or something like that, or a Factory 5 Cobra, is my dream car, guys. It's my dream. That and a Celine S351. I want an 850 horsepower death trap of a car that is a Factory 5 Coyote swapped TVS T56 with 4 fucking 10s. I'm going to die with 3 15s all the way around. 3 motherfucking 15s all the way around. Bitch will be bad as fuck. I'm going to die. I'm going to splat. I'm going to look like a dot on a rock. I'm like, what's that? That's Alex. It's a dot on a rock. He was going real fast. Dot on a rock. Okay, these guys, YouTube Corrupt and Alec Cadell are touching tips. Good for them. Soul Shinobi. I said Shinboy. Soul Shinobi says, hey, Alex, I have a 19 GT with a 10R80 looking to get Edelbrock 2650 or Whipple Gen 5. Which should I go for as far as the warranty? I will go Luntoon. This is for the street, mainly rolling on Hellcats. Okay, guys, now that I have no connection with Edelbrock, I still put it. I still recommend an Edelbrock 2650. Look, at this point, it's hard to deny what Whipple supercharged 18s are doing. Quickest and fastest shit out there, period. Now, a max effort built car still holds the record for the quickest TVS Gen 3 or quickest supercharged Gen 3. I think it's a car down here, a white car. But he went Whipple, and I haven't seen him since. But honestly, you're good with both, brother. You're good with both. I wouldn't really stress on which one. Just which one looks good under the hood and go from there. 9:45, so that means at 10 o'clock, I am cutting this shit off. So 15 minutes, get your questions in. Don't pay me anymore. Just let's talk some shit for free, and we'll go from there. When you got an NA on the Fairmont, what's your goal? When you go NA on the Fairmont, what's your goal? High 9s or low 10s? I'm going to try to go 8. I'm going to try to become the quickest and fastest blower 6R80 car anywhere. Meaning I think it's like an 840 something. So if I can go quicker than an 840 something on the Fairmont, then I'll consider selling all that shit, going NA, or if a turbo falls out of the sky, I'll go turbo with that car. But man, turbo means I got to put a cage in the shit. But I'd like to go NA just to see if I could. See if I can have some fun with it. If not, and it's boring as shit, fucking max effort, let's blow it up. Dot on the Rock, Slapshot Records. You need to go on London, Ohio Cobra Show in June. You need to go to the London, Ohio Cobra Show in June. Dude, I'm telling you, an AC Cobra, Mark 5, I think, they're up to, I forget what exactly the latest and greatest, or a backdraft car with a built Coyote T56 and fucking 800 so horsepower. Let's get it. You know what I like? I would like a hardtop version of that. I just, for some reason, I've seen hardtop versions of that, and I'm like, that looks fucking sinister. Black tint all the way around. Can't see inside the bitch. Quadruple black. Black on black on black. I mean, black on black on black. Oh, get my dick hard just talking about it, bitcha. Nestor Bedio says, bitcha, what do you think about that Fat House Fab GT350? Dude, that's the baddest shit. It is still the quickest and fastest stick shift S550 on the planet. 860 something, like 164. Badass shit. Motec, T56, man driving shit. Not riding. He's driving. Badass shit. Dude, big props to those cars. And the builders. Ethor1 gave me some Canadian money, which is about $1 right now. Hey, Alex, I really appreciate the knowledge and entertainment you share with all of us on both channels for free. Have some Canadian pesos. Orale. Thank you. Appreciate that, brother. Matthew Wooner says, love the channel, brother. Fuck that bitch, fuck that bitch, Carol Baskin. Fuck that. Does she look like a stupid bitch? Do a Boston accent, YOLO. I can't. I'm not good at Boston accents. It's really, really bad. It's really bad. I wouldn't even try it. Carlitos Way said, betcha. Oh, he already said that. Oh, no, someone else. He said, betcha, thanks for what you do. I'm a chubby head, but I love it. Betcha, thank you for what you do. I'm a chubby head, but I love a 131450. I use as much as I can to apply it in my car. Camaro, SS, HC, heads and cam, 85, no question, just appreciation. Thank you, Carlitos Way. Pachanga, he's old school. Carlito, man, it wasn't even on. Carlito, man, come on, Carlito wasn't even on. I was just kidding, man. The district attorney got a hard on for you, Carlito. It wasn't even on. It wasn't even, oh, Carlito, déjame explicar. Love Carlito's Way. I can quote that motherfucker all day. Come on, yeah, stand up guys. Just when Lalin was trying to set up Carlito in the office, he was like, I'm in with these guys, you know. He goes, how'd you beat your case? He goes, you know, I studied. I did a lot of reading. I beat it. Carlito's like, you beat it, huh? He goes, yeah, I did a lot of reading. So I got these guys, stand-up guys, hooked up with you guys, with the guys you in now. Come on, Carlito, let's do it. Glad I could catch you this live before heading to work at the hospital. Love both channels, showing some support. Thank you, Otto, and be safe out there. Wear all your PPE, and don't let anyone sneeze on your shit. I mean, some people make fun of this coronavirus shit, and some people think it's a conspiracy theory. I don't care. I just know that if the government is this serious about it, there might be something to it. I don't know. Oh, you trust the government? You gotta take our guns. This is just a play for them, the Rothschilds. And look, tinfoil man, clench your gun. You're good. Relax. Prepare. I get it. But if the government is this serious about shit and it's never done this before, I don't know. I tend to believe them. I give them the benefit of the doubt until I see differently. Oh, it'll be too late by then. They'll have your guns. Can't have these. Alex, have you tuned Lund's Whipple car, or is that junior or senior only? 100% junior. That is junior's baby. All the Whipple calibrations came from that car. 100% junior's car. You should hear that car start. Guys, you think a car that runs 850s or 860s on blower only starts funky and weird? That bitch is like, chicka, chicka, chicka. I'm like, oh my God, I want that tune in my car. Alex, I got a 17 full bolt on, and your question's fucking gone because 17 people said shit at the same time. Oh, here we go. Full bolt on Coyote tuned by Lund, and I got 03 Cobra, built engine, stage 3 cams, 2.9 Whipple, crusher, stage 3 cam, blah, 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 all that good shit. Who do I need to beg to Lund to when it's a net fuck, dude? If Senior wants to take you on and you want to get to know each other and want to get to know each other's background and fucking touch tips, put in a ticket. I want nothing to do with that Cobra. Not because we can't tune it. It's because I really don't want to tune a Cobra. I just don't want to tune a Cobra. Been there, done that. A VMP, tune them all the time. No. Oh, good tuner gets it. Shut up. Not you, but, people that criticize, people that deny Cobra tuning. Senior might want to tune it, but it is on a case-by-case basis. And if he's feeling froggy, you're going to have to be patient with him because he's a busy man. But if anyone's going to tune it really well, it's going to be Senior. And all you boys in here are Coyotes, and I'm all up for friendly debates. Yeah, Carlito's way. You could tell he's a jail dude. He's all good. He's good. He came in here talking shit. That means he came in here as a Chevy guy. Said he was a Chevy guy. He basically shanked the big guy at the yard. He was like, "What's up, guys?" He's good. Benny Blanco from the Bronx. Benny Blanco from the Bronx. He's like, "Who the fuck are you? I should know you." He goes, maybe we have a misunderstanding here, Mr. Brigante. I'm Benny Blanco. He goes, "I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care who you are." He goes, I don't think you remember me. He goes, maybe I don't remember the last time I blew my nose either. Who the fuck you think you are? Chain snatching, purse. What's he said? Chain snatching, purse snatching, maricon motherfuckers. Go snatch your purse. I was like, oh God, who wrote this? Wonderful. Medical lab scientist, brother. You're doing the work, brother. So be safe out there, seriously. On your way to the hospital. Thanks again, Otto, for your service. Because guess what? You're essential. All those people that thought they were essential, they got the liberal arts degrees. Where the fuck are you now with your liberal arts degree? While plumbers, welders, guys are out there that get shit done are essential, keeping the earth fucking rolling. You liberal arts degree motherfuckers. Where's everyone else that was protesting? All those protesters, all those people that were going to get rid of Trump and talking all that shit. Where the fuck are you at? Supporting the people that are sick, fundraisers, anything like nowhere. Your ass is quiet. You're waiting for that Trump check. And if you cash the Trump check, Trump is your president, motherfucker. Can you port the coronavirus? Hey, YOLO, if I get tuned by Lund, can you be my friend off of work? Also, I'm going to leave you with this. It's 9:53. I'm going to leave you with this. If I send you a tune, it is not permission to friend request me on Facebook. It is not. Oh, YOLO, send me a tune. Friend request. I'm like, no. We're not going to. I just go delete. We are not friend requesting each other because I sent you a tune for your 2011 Mustang with a K&N Blackhawk and 373 gears. That might be one guy, but he didn't friend request me. But I'm just giving you an example because that's a very common combination. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm going to get the hell out of here because before you guys start paying me and I have to be here forever. But yeah, man, Doug Murphy, welder, killing it every day. Plumbers, welders, the electricians, the people that make the world go round. You're going to see people that are out of work right now, and it sucks to be out of work, and I get it. If you have a kid and you look at him, you're like, this is a good example. If you want to have a forever job, get in the trades. You're either a millwright. Millwrights have to keep power plants going, have to keep water pump stations running. So do electricians, so do welders, so do every fabricator on the planet. All these guys make the world go round. So before you start making fun of guys that are in the trades, and those guys in the trades are making bank. Those guys are actually essential people that make the shit go round. When you open up your fucking faucet and water comes out of it, the essentials are making that shit happen. So there you go. All right, let me get the fuck out of here. I'll see you guys Thursday on that dating channel. If you guys want to do some crossover bullshit, I've been getting about 60 or 70, which is a nice core group, but let's see if we can pump them numbers up. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll talk to you later.